Hey guys, how's it going? Stefan Sias of SC Reports, and I am so glad that you decided to stop by and see me. Little old me. Man, it's so good to see you guys here. We have a lot to talk about today. So first off, let's start with some news. As most of you know, the U.S. presidential candidate race has been absolutely phenomenal. And by phenomenal, I mean utter chaos. It has been horrible, treacherous, and any kind of word you want to throw, it's probably in line for being a proper word. Now, as most of you know, Donald Trump has been absolutely crazy, and Hillary Clinton has been, the front runner for so long. But here we have the still horrendous story called Bernie Sanders, who's done a phenomenal job, and who's gonna win? But really quickly, let's dive into Hillary Clinton. She had a little bit of issues taking the subway this past week. Take a look at this clip.
Candidates. That Bernie, the reason that you all think it's breaking news is because Bernie promised from the beginning, and that was part of his charm, to run a really positive campaign about the issues. And since the beginning of March, it's gotten more and more negative, and he's been attacking her character over and over and over again on almost every speech.
Yeah, 5 times until she got it right. I'm sure that you've actually read the subway, Hillary Clinton. Seriously, I mean, think about it. This is the first time probably that people were like, oh my God, it's Hillary Clinton. To literally, come on, lady, you're holding me up. I got a 10 o'clock, I can't be late. By the way, what is with 10 o'clocks in New York? I feel like everybody has a 10 o'clock. Isn't that like a New York saying? I got a 10 o'clock, I gotta be somewhere. Anyway, moving on to another interesting but weird story, to say the least. This comes from Colorado. A man has come out and admitted, he owned a motel, by the way. He's come out and admitted that he's watched his customers for the past 29 years having sex on hidden cameras. Absolutely weird. And this story has been very, very weird. But here are my overall thoughts on this story. First of all, I hope this man definitely, there has to be some charges being laid out. This is absolutely disgusting and a breach of everybody's privacy. Clearly his motel is definitely going to be taken away from him, possibly just mowed over for a parking lot, because that seems to be a big thing in the U.S. And I hope a lot of things happen in this case because, like I said, it's a breach of privacy, and this dude should not be looking at other people having sex, especially for 29 years, dude. You have a problem. You have a huge, huge problem. Now, I mean, there's so many different outlets you can go to, not looking at people live. You can go to, obviously, the internet. You can go to HBO, Playboy channel. There are so many other different outlets. You do not need to be spying on other people, and that is just a travesty that is actually happening. In this past week, Will Smith, a Saints linebacker who played in the NFL, has actually passed away, and he was unfortunately a victim of road rage. And it's really sad because what Will Smith stood for is absolute peace in the streets, and unfortunately this is what happened to him. And I don't really know what to say. Now there's a couple of new reports saying that Will Smith had a gun, and well, he is somewhat of a named person, and it is America. You are allowed to have a firearm as long as it's licensed. So I don't know if they're purposely trying to spin this story saying, oh, well, he was looking for somebody first, but I just don't like when they do that. Focus on the story first and then get to the meat. It's just a little bit weird that they're not finding out enough information before they just kind of jump and say, oh wait, he had a gun, so he's probably done something to deserve this. So I don't know what that means, but hopefully we know more in the coming days. So guys, we're going to talk about some sports right now, and we're going to stick with the NFL here. Josh Gordon, one of the best receivers a couple of years ago, he had a phenomenal season. Again, is not going to be reinstated. He's had a drug problem for the past 2 years, and it has been really, really, really sad because he is such a great player. Now, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose because he doesn't want to play for the Cleveland Browns, because as we all know, the Cleveland Browns suck, but this has just not been really good for him. He has not been healthy at all, and now he's in the latest picture I've seen him with, he's with Johnny Manziel, and like him, both of those guys are struggling right now to get on the field because of off-court or off-field issues, I should say. And it's really, really sad because, Josh Gordon is really good. And let's talk a little bit about Johnny Manziel. He had a couple of good glimpses, but, couldn't give up partying, getting drunk, missing practice, missing the last game of the season to go out partying. It's just not a good look for anybody involved. And I think that, obviously we have to look at a few things, but it's just really sad to see two guys who have some potential just wasted away. And let's move into some NBA news. In 2017, we may see ads on players' jerseys. Now, here's the big thing I do not like about this. Now, in terms of a lot of things, I should say, because we've seen this with the UFC before. If you had a sponsor, you could put it on your trunks, but the UFC moved to one brand, and that was Reebok. Now, for a lot of females in particular, this was really bad for them because now they cut whatever little sponsors they had on the side, and now they had to stick with Reebok and their salary. So in this terms, this means players can probably get paid a lot better. Now, I don't know if this is an individual thing or the team themselves, like the organization, is going to put certain logos on for the players, because I don't see the organization controlling sponsors. Because what if, Nike is a sponsor of the Portland Trailblazers? Well, the franchise player is Damian Lillard, and he's with Adidas. So obviously that's not going to be a good look for Damian Lillard to be rocking Nike. So I don't know how they're going to distribute this. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it should just stick to, just squarely basketball. This isn't soccer, right? It's not rugby. I don't want to see multiple sponsors on a jersey. That's just not what basketball is. That's what it's never been about. It looks way too stupid. Okay, and they're probably going to move away from the classical sleeveless jerseys, so they can put more stuff on, and we have moved to slim tight tees by Under Armour. So I think they were prepping for this. But overall, I think that, it's not a good idea. I think you should just leave that to soccer and just stick to the meat of basketball. The NBA and some predictions. I definitely think that in terms of teams that might win, it's either going to come down to a West team. It's going to either be the San Antonio Spurs or the Golden State Warriors. As most of you know, Golden State is chasing 73, and there's a good chance that they're going to beat it because the Grizzlies are not at full health. They did push Golden State the other night, but I don't think they're going to do it again. I think that they got lucky. Steph Curry did have one of his occasional off nights from the field, and I don't think in any way that, Grizzlies can replicate such a great game they had against them. But overall, I think Golden State's going to break the record, and there's a really good chance that they also win another championship.
Do you bleed?
And in entertainment news, we have a lot of things to talk about. First of all, we got to talk about Batman v Superman. I want to first start off this with a question. Did Ben Affleck do a good job, and what did you guys think of the movie? It has been really split online in the online community, and overall, a lot of people think that it was good, and Ben Affleck did a fantastic job. A lot of people said that he's the perfect Bruce Wayne. So are you saying that he does surpass Christian Bale in that spot? I think overall it was a decent flick. Like I said before, I'm not really into, watching a whole bunch of superhero movies. And overall, I think it was a fantastic show, though. I think it could have done a lot better, but, it seemed a little bit rushed to me. Like, you're just throwing in Wonder Woman without a movie. You're just jumping to the end of Batman's little past. What is going on? It's a little bit too fast for me. So, guys, I had an opportunity to go on the field trip this semester, and I went to CBC. I had a lot of fun at CBC, and I actually documented some crazy things that I did there. Here's a quick little snippet of my time at CBC. What up, guys? Downtown this morning. Field trip to CBC. Is that good lighting? Oh, dang. Good right now. I don't know. I can't tell. But, yeah. Going to the CBC today and have a quick look around. If I can bring you in, I will bring you in, but no guarantees so far. As you can see, it's right over there. Right there. So, I'm really early at the moment, and man, I look dark. Hopefully it comes out good. Like, I'm so early right now, but I couldn't wake up again. So I came down with my parents in the morning, but holy crap, this place is huge. We're gonna have a look around. If I can't look around, then I'm just gonna hang around downtown, get some nice B-roll for a film that I'm shooting. So yeah, guys. At CBC, this is where they shoot for CBC Sports. Focus on that real quick. Nice, huh?
Once these pieces go up, you can't get those battens down to hang lights on them, nor can you get up over them. So lighting goes in first, and then staging comes in. So this is Studio 42. This is what 40 would kind of look like if the set wasn't in there. And this is one of two smaller studios on this floor. It's 11,000 square feet. If you look up into the grid, you will see that there's no lights there. We took them all down. They're all sitting over there and over there, waiting to go back. But if you have a look at the plaque system up here, you see that it's different from Studio 40. Hang lights on, you're a little bit more limited about where you can put your monitors, where you can put projectors or truss or lights. Studio 40 is probably the best facility.
That's where I need to be.
Sorry.
Pretty basic. It's 58 mics, Shure SM58s. You'll see these gizmos are ubiquitous in all the studios. Mic on, mic off, so the host can control their own stuff.
Wow.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 364 and a quarter days a year.
Wow.
It's live 4.5 minutes every single hour with a newscast. Going different places.
It's primary day in the state known for cheese and the Green Bay Packers. Republicans and Democrats are voting in Wisconsin, and what happens could change the race for the party nominations. Republican frontrunner Donald Trump is facing pressure from rival Ted Cruz following a week marked by controversial comments and flip-flops.
We're off conference.
Oh.
Energy in that.
Nationals. Ooh. Looks beautiful here.
Beautiful, guys. Oh, love downtown.
And that was my time at the CBC. I had a lot of fun over there. There was a lot of crazy things at that facility. Obviously, you saw the huge studio where Dragon's Den's gonna be. You saw the Rick Mercer, studio. Nothing was in there, but holy, it was massive. And obviously, Rick Mercer has his own show. I have a lot of respect for you. I hope that I get to have my own show soon too, and definitely would love to have it somewhere like CBC and potentially compete with Rick Mercer. But yeah, guys, it was really fun, and I can definitely see myself doing that in the future. And it was just good to get out there and see it again. Now, I went to Sportsnet a while ago, and that was really fun. But just going to, an actual news-oriented place, a little bit more news-oriented, and seeing their facilities, it was really cool. And I definitely could see myself there in the future. And it really helped me, again, focus and say, yes, this is what I'm pushing to do. It really helped give me imagery of where I can be and where I would be in a certain area. So yeah, guys, I had a lot of fun doing that. Well, that's all the time I have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed any of this and would like to see more, make sure to follow my Twitter page at SC_reports or my YouTube page, SC Reports. I do a whole bunch of things, and if you want something in particular, I will bring it to you because I am just that good. Okay, guys, so that's all for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.